Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audio cast from Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide, Anindya Banerjee. Yesterday night was supposed to be a routine pre-NFP night. So markets were expecting a kind of a flat close across the board, but hua ulta. Suddenly there was a big sell-off in the US stock market led by the financials. ये इसलिए हुआ, there were some news reports and announcements of stress in some of the smaller US banks because of their exposure to the tech sector and the losses therein. And jiska impact was not just on the US stock market, also on the US bond market. US bond yields, especially at the shorter end, came off very sharply. मतलब जो US 2-year yields था, that dropped sharply, an indication of a risk off or flight to safety. As a result of this, dollar index came under pressure क्योंकि US yields नीचे आने से डॉलर में attractiveness थोड़ा सा कम हो गया, so इसलिए डॉलर इंडेक्स came off. पर अगर हम लोग ऑफशोर में USDINR का ट्रेडिंग देखें, it's dead still around 82 spot के आसपास. Now the question is, what is going to be the next trigger? The next trigger is going to be tonight's US jobs report or the NFP report. Expectation है कि 225 से 250 के, मतलब 2.25 lakh से 2.5 lakh jobs created in the month of Feb. अगर the actual jobs are more than expected, तो फिर 50 basis point hike in the month of March becomes a very high probability case. अगर the jobs report is much lower than expected, then the market will settle for a 25 bips. So इसके लिए आज का impact on the dollar index, on USDINR, on equity markets, everything is going to be very important. Of course, we have to keep an eye on the US financial stocks कि ये जो talk of losses है in some of the banks, it doesn't spill over into a larger contagion क्योंकि Federal Reserve is, मतलब जो US central banker है, वो very very sensitive है to such matters when it comes to financial sector. So that is something जो हम लोगों को नज़र रखना पड़ेगा. इसके अलावा, as I said, the jobs report is going to be very very critical. तो USDINR को कैसे आज ट्रेड करें फ्राइडे? जनरली ये देखा गया है कि फ्राइडे it tends to come off, मतलब sell off during the second half क्योंकि weekend रहता है तो people tend to sell options, sell even the futures, but that's not always the case, and especially when there is a data जैसे NFP है after the market closes. So 8160 is proving to be a formidable support zone. मतलब वहाँ पे आते ही it is bouncing. So any drift towards 8180 और उसके नीचे can be an opportunity to go long with a stop loss कि 8160 के नीचे it is sustaining, then you exit those longs. So buy on dips as long as 8160 के ऊपर the dollar rupee is holding, means उसके नीचे जाके close नहीं कर रहा है. So buy on dips is our view. But if you are wanting to carry positions over the weekend क्योंकि data risk है, then it is advisable to express that view through options क्योंकि risk unlimited नहीं होना चाहिए during an event risk. So keep that in mind. So options can be a call spread, or if you're wanting to short the straddle and the strangles क्योंकि walls थोड़ा सा elevated रहेगा ahead of the event, then it is better to do an iron fly than a straddle or a strangle क्योंकि straddle strangle unhedged है. So that is one thing to keep in mind. But in case you are carrying a short straddle or a strangle over the weekend, ensure that your position size is small so that you can manage a big, if there is a big gap up or a gap down, you can manage that risk. So keep that in mind. What is the resistance? Resistance है 8240 के आसपास, 40-50 के बीच एक बहुत ही तगड़ा resistance है on the spot. So overall range is 81 60-70, 82 40 50 for the time being क्योंकि upper levels में exporter का selling है और lower levels में हो सकता है, this is our assumption, that RBI could be also buying, and due to the global environment थोड़ा सा demand भी है for dollars. So this is becoming the range. किसी को positional रेंज का व्यू एक्सप्रेस करना है थ्रू मंथ एंड ऑप्शंस तो वो कर सकता है, बट अगेन you have to choose between a hedged or an unhedged strategy. A short strangle is an unhedged strategy, but उसमें stop losses has to be proper and position size is small. अगर आपको position size large लेना है in a month end option, then an iron fly is advisable because it's a hedge strategy. क्रॉस करेंसीज में आज यूरो INR GBP में वॉलेटिलिटी देखा जा सकता है, बट द बिगर वॉलेटिलिटी विल हैपन इन ऑल दीज करेंसीज ऑन मंडे बिकॉज ऑफ द इफेक्ट ऑफ NFP. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Banerjee signing off. A fantastic day ahead.